Hello, it's Maxie Moyer, and welcome to my Elton John collaborations playlist. Born from astonishment at the staying power and versatility of musicians on the Manchester music scene in an early collection of tracks on my playlist channel. Most people know that Elton John's birth name is Reginald Dwight. Fewer are aware that his stage name borrows from musicians in the 1960s band Long John Baldry's Bluesology, John Baldry himself and the saxophonist Elton Dean. Elton's middle name, Hercules, is said to have been adopted from the cart horse in the BBC comedy series Steptoe and Son, popular in the UK from the mid-1960s to the early 70s. The main characters, a hopelessly romantic and frequently spurned son with a brutally realistic father, rarely see eye to eye but form a hard-working, all-weather partnership with their equally dedicated, if silent, horse. Matt Springer of UltimateClassicRock.com observed in 2014 that Elton John collaborated musically throughout his career. That career, incidentally, began aged 13 playing pubs and bars around Pinner in Middlesex, a suburb of London. However, Springer continued, some of his partnerships make more sense than others. Clearly, there can be no question about the wisdom of his collaboration with lyricist Bernie Taupin since 1967. For me, it is not so much the making sense, but more the total surprise at some of Elton's duets. I've included, for example, Ghetto Gospel, in which he sings to great effect with posthumous hip-hop rapper Tupac Shakur. The track released in 2004 samples Elton's 1971 song Indian Sunset. Elton later acknowledged the work of producer Eminem in melding his music with that of Shakur as just genius. Also surprising are the many occasions when Elton John supports big-name artists. It should not be so surprising, since his band Bluesology was hired to support visiting US acts like the Isley Brothers, Doris Troy, Billy Stewart and Patti LaBelle. It was, however, a very pleasant surprise to the man himself, as recorded in the October 1997 issue of Billboard. "We couldn't believe our luck. We were backing people whose records we used to buy. Even though we weren't getting paid very much, in fact hardly getting paid at all, and doing 3 or 4 shows a night, it was a great way to start off one's professional career. I mean, it couldn't get any better for me." Working with big names continued as an important characteristic in Elton John's rise to worldwide fame. For example, playing keyboards and singing backing vocals on John Lennon's first solo release, Whatever Gets You Through the Night, in 1974. CultureSonar.com recount that the ex-Beatles' midlife crisis had begun, the way most midlife crises do. With his marriage to Yoko Ono in difficulty, Lennon went out for a pack of cigarettes and just didn't come back. In the studio recording the debut song, Lennon met Elton, who inquired, "Say, can I put a bit of piano on that?" Lennon replied, "Sure, love it." Elton was sure enough of the record's success to bet Lennon it would top the charts. The forfeit would be for the Beatle to guest on Elton's 1974 Thanksgiving concert in New York's Madison Square Gardens. When, after the concert, Elton arranged for Lennon's meeting backstage with the estranged Yoko Ono, Lennon describes their encounter like a moment from the movies when time stands still. A year later, the reconciled couple gave birth to their son Sean and asked Elton to be godfather. As Elton became a world-renowned act, his collaboration with other big names continued. But here, Springer's puzzlement at some of Elton's choice of musical partner comes more into consideration. I've included the 2005 duet with Dolly Parton for Turn the Lights Out When You Leave, because they are both outstanding artists across many decades. Although Dolly has since made known her love for giving a bluegrass touch to the music of Elton John and Bernie Taupin, for me, the track would benefit from a little more musical chemistry. So here are my picks for the great Elton John's collaborations from 1974 to 2016. Listen through and form your own opinion about their success. Chances are, however, that even the tracks that sparkle less brightly have a surprising and touching story somewhere backstage in the singer's life. They, in turn, may bear more than passing coincidence with the contrasting characters in the 1960 comedy series from which he took a name. Enjoy.